patronage of the Honorable Speaker, I am here to give a complete review of the Rajya Sabha, which recently happened in a current session that it started in the month of September 14th and ended at 1st of October. But the main purpose of reviewing the working of the Rajya Sabha has many reasons. First of all, we want to understand the dimensions of the COVID, and the second thing is that the complete performance of the House was 100%. That means it proves that the honourable members are quite serious about the conduct of the business, and not only that, even the honourable chairman has done an excellent business in this tough times. But let me go to the review of the whole House. It was 252nd monsoon session. It started from 14th September to 1st of October. It was cut short to 10 days. And due to the COVID-19 pandemic, an extraordinary measure to maintain the social distance, the arrangements for the members were also made in galleries to the houses as well as in the chambers of Lok Sabha, all interconnected with the audio and the video visuals. And what is the exact statics of the whole session was? Totally of 10 sittings, we were 39 hours, 3 hours with disruption was there, 4 hours extraordinary hours was there, and it was taken for the legislative business. And 15 newly elected Rajya Sabha members took oath, and particularly on a COVID issue, there was a discussion on the COVID issue where 27 members and 2 days and 4 hours, 45 minutes discussion happened. Obituary was there, Dr. Pranab Mukherjee, Beni Prasad Verma, MP Virendra Kumar, Amar Singh, sitting members, M.V. Rajshekharan, and Basant Kumar Das, R.T. Gopalan. Obituary reference was made by the Honourable Chairman. Well, coming to the opening remarks of the Honourable Chairman, and the members were asked to raise their hands to introduce themselves by announcing their names clearly by taking part during the discussion. Provided, the members were also given an opportunity to sit and speak. That was a special arrangement done during this session. Next, coming to the departmental-related standing committee's performance was 90%, especially 26 meetings were held, 56 hours, 40 minutes, deliberated on various aspects of the COVID, and that should be underlined, and the pandemic issue was much discussed in advance. Then again, on the Honourable Chairman, while outlining the exemplary work done by the department-related standing committees, he said, it means the Parliament has already seized the various issues relating to the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact way forward. These reports were ultimately used to enable the country for the better preparedness of the future. Then the chairman made the following announcement of the House with respect to the change of House of timings for the submission of various notices, other related matters, and the smooth functioning of the House. Only calling attention was allowed to raise, and sitting of the House was from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Calling attention, special mention, 0 hour, and 10 members, 0 hour, and 10 members were allowed, submitted by the chair. Next, the suspension of the relevant rules regarding the transactions of question hour and the private members' business because of extraordinary circumstances because of COVID-19 to maintain the social distance and a bare minimum movement of the officials inside the premises of the House. Only an unstarred question was obtained, and the suspension of rules of procedure of conduct business of Rajya Sabha was there. And the chairman presidents also included the Lok Sabha chamber and its lobbies, galleries, and such other places. This was the first time it has been done. The new panel of vice chairman was also constituted, where our old Karnataka man, Dr. L. Hanumantaya, was the member of this. Election to the deputy chairman, Jagat Prakash Nadda, who happened to be the president of the party, the BJP party. He moved a motion to choose the Harivamshi as the deputy chairman. It was seconded by Tilochandan Gahlot, the leader of the House, and Ghulam Nabi Azad, leader of the opposition, moved a separate motion that the Professor Manoj Kumar be the chosen. There was a competition. Prakash Nadda motion was duly seconded by Tilochandan Gahlot, was put to the vote, motion was being adopted, and Harivamshi was declared as a deputy chairman. And this is the second time he was declared. Second time a member, and 20 members offered the felicitation. That's one thing. Well, the chairman observed, especially regarding the importance that the discussion should be given. Discussion includes the government, discussion highlighting the shortcomings, discussion, suggestions and improvements. That too is being such a sensitive matter. That is why people are looking to us, and they are also in stress. People are looking to us for some new ideas. It is a matter to be decided, and the states as well as the centre. So keeping that in mind, the Health Minister has made a detailed statement about the steps taken as far as the health of the country is concerned. I do agree that there are otherwise, and I am saying that if it is being heard, the Minister, let us discuss that. After that, if anything remains, that will be seen under the separate notice. See, the COVID protocol was strictly implemented and ordered. It means that the lowering the mask means the lowering the guard. And H.D. Devegowda Sahab, who was a former Prime Minister, subscribed, took the oath and took his seat in the House. Then the A to Z test facilities, especially the COVID test facilities, were provided for the members. Especially it was arranged, the measures were taken to see that it should be contained, the spread of the disease should be contained. And there was a golden rule to be followed, SMS. And on 28th September, there was an incident where the members stormed and created unruly scenes and grossly disordered conduct when Deputy Chairman Harivamshi was conducting the proceedings. Honorable Chairman made his observations. It has tarnished the image of the Parliament, particularly the House of the Elders. I only suggest to the members of the Parliament, please do some introspection, and it is a way to conduct ourselves. If you have any problem, only one thing is discuss, debate and decide. The removal of the Deputy Chairman motion of the no confidence was moved against the Deputy Chairman and by the Leader of the House, Ghulam Nabi Azad, but because allegedly violating the established parliamentary procedures and norms during the proceedings of the House on 20th September. But Honorable Chairman ruling, the motion was not in proper format as per the article of 19C, Class C, the Constitution. A notice period of 14 days is required, and having dissolution should be moved and not a motion, as House is going to be adjourned on October 3rd. As per the scheduled notice, does not complete the required time. Hence, I rule that the motion is not admissible. Then the suspension of members, 8 members, Derek O'Brien, Sanjay Singh, Rajiv, Rajesh, Nasir Hussain, Ripurna Bora, Mrs. Dola Singh, then Elamaran Karim be suspended from the services of the House for remaining part of the current session for their unruly behavior, especially when the chair and the grossly disordered conduct of the violation of the rules of Rajya Sabha. This was moved by Muralidharan, the Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs, and it was adopted. Honorable Chairman asked the suspended members to leave the House. The farewell of the retiring members was done. Around 11 members were given a felicitation, especially when we talk about the legislative businesses. 25 government bills were passed, and it took 22 hours. Functional time was spent on legislative business. 198 members have participated and discussed in various bills, and 6 new bills were introduced, particularly the Epidemic Disease Bill, Salary and Allowances Bill, Indian Medicine Central Council Bill, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code Bill, LISD and Healthcare Professional Bill that was withdrawn. When we talk about the Epidemic Disease Bill of 2020, and no effective deterrent to act as a violence and harassment meted out to the healthcare service personnel working at the forefront of the pandemic situation in order to curb the unprecedented acts of violence of mental harassment and damage to the property during the COVID-19. It was introduced on 14th September, passed on 19th, assented by the Honorable President 28th because of its emergency. Next, the Farmers Produce and Trade Commerce Bill. It was most important. A very significant bill was passed in both the houses and assented by the President. Felicitation was offered as well as references by the Chair. Honorable Chairman offered felicitations to the Indian chess team, which won the first time the Golden Award. Gold, yes. Then again, victims of natural calamities in different parts of the country. An International Day of Democracy on 15th September was also mentioned. Again, unstart question, around 1,567 unstart question was laid on the table of the House. 38 statements were done in Lok Sabha as per the direction of the Rajya Sabha also. Then 66 special mentions on matters of public importance were laid. 92 with the permission of the Chair was raised. Precious 3 hours was lost due to the interruption and passage of Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Bill, and 3-day the basic IT skills were given, and the case of reference for the Ethics Committee was referred, and again a special arrangement, as you know, that a seating arrangement was done. And validatory remarks, particularly when we talk about the validatory remark, is quite interesting, where on a 252nd session of the Rajya Sabha, marked with the several novel features due outbreak of novel coronavirus at the beginning of this year. And the session was cut short also. It is understood that the 8th session, instead of 18 sittings, we had only 8 sittings. The highlights were the 10 sittings. Again, I am repeating, 25 bills were passed, 6 new bills were. The productivity has been increased to the 100%, 100.47%. The functioning time was 38 hours, lost time was 3 hours, 15 minutes extra time, and the high productivity for sequences regarding the best done in 1957. Time, 57% spent on the legislative business in the current session, in sharp contrast when it is viewed against the only 28% spent on the government bills over the years since 1952. This also explains the primary objective and the nature of this unique session, during when we dispensed question hour besides reducing 0 hour to half an hour questions. Honorable Chairman expressed deep displeasure regarding few members' conduct. It may be a boycott of proceedings or the suspension. Honorable Chairman refuted the allegation the leader of opposition is being lowered. Honorable Chairman observed, as far as I am concerned as a chairman, on the August House, I always react out to him, to his inputs, before coming to the decision on any issue concerning the functions of the House. Spoke to him several times planning a unique session. The leader of the opposition is very central to the orderly function of the House, and it is a firm conviction that diluting his role is unthinkable. Finally, appreciating the entire stakeholders for helping in conducting the business, he appealed the same cooperation. The inputs designed by Lok Sabha, by the Rajya Sabha Secretariat, sources from PPK Ramacharlu, Secretary of Rajya Sabha, and it has been designed by Srimati S. Kavita, editor, Rajya Dharma, who guided us to give the small brief of Rajya Sabha review. Namaskar.